Hello Capricorn, and happy birthday to you for when it comes. Welcome to your reading. I'm going to do a love tarot reading for you guys today and see what you've got going on. It is the 19th of January 2026. So I'm going to do a love reading. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Messages in love for Capricorn. Messages in love for Capricorn. Wow, quite up and down energy here already. So the Emperor in reverse, King of Swords in reverse, Page of Pentacles in the upright, Ten of Cups in the upright, Page of Swords in the upright, in the reverse, sorry. From these cards, I'm getting a very up and down energy. Stubborn energy, a cold, somewhat cut off energy, but some sort of emotional fulfillment, some sort of happy ever after, or feeling emotionally fulfilled within yourself, perhaps. But a very contradicted energy here. I'm not really sure what to make of that. I'm getting a stubborn energy. Very stubborn, very possibly impulsive thinking or impulsive energy. Some sort of beginning of some sort of stability that you would perhaps like to see, or some sort of beginning of stability that would be your Ten of Cups. But at the moment you are not getting the outcome that you require, or you're not sure how to feel about it. It's a bit of a, I'm getting a cut off kind of an energy. Very, don't know what it is, but let's start clarifying and then we'll find out. The Emperor in reverse, why is he here for Capricorn in love? The Ace of Wands. So some sort of new beginning that you're all fired up about, or someone's all fired up about, but it's in early stages and it could potentially be a Ten of Cups. Very fired up, very feeling the spark of something beginning here. A possibility, an opportunity, some sort of something that could or is beginning. But also taking action on something. But the Emperor here is in reverse. So is he taking action on something impulsively? Let's keep going and find out. King of Swords in reverse energy. Why is it here for Capricorn in love? Strength in reverse. But there's some sort of doubt here, insecurity, and maybe a lack of control over the situation or the whatever it is that's. There's a possibility it's kind of still in the beginning stages, perhaps. But there's kind of, you have no control over the situation. nor are you any clearer to the progress of it, perhaps. Page of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, persevering with something. Standing, there's that stubborn kind of energy, standing firm in something, standing, persevering with something. Ten of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. All right, so there is a potential here for something new, an opportunity, some sort of manifestation. There is a verge of something here, a potential, a beginning, or perhaps it has begun. Something that's stable, makes you happy, gets you all fired up and inspired and passionate, and, you know, gets your fire going. Page of Swords. Ah, there's the Ten of Cups again. Okie dokie. So you are really, something here is your complete, it's a happy kind of joyous, harmonious, successful. It's the kind of happy ever after, be all and end all. This is your ultimate. But I'm still getting that energy of not knowing, I'm not sure. It's very up and down energy I'm getting here. There's the energy of, yes, a very, something that's beginning, but I'm getting the energy of it's not quite there yet, but it could be, and it would make you really happy if it was. Ace of Wands. Why is it here for Capricorn in love? Two of Pentacles. Trying to balance it all, or perhaps balance yourself in this. Keeping yourself balanced, not getting too carried away, or trying not to feel too emotional about it. Perhaps this is, perhaps you have choices, options, decisions to make regards where this new beginning is going to be. I'm getting the energy that this emotional fulfillment, this Ten of Cups, is this within yourself, or is this within another person? Or is there potentially two people, or more than two people, that could potentially be that Ten of Cups for you? Strength in reverse. Why is it here for Capricorn in love? The Star in reverse. So not feeling, trying to find light in the dark, trying to, not feeling very hopeful about something here. There's something here, but you're not kind of, you're not feeling very hopeful about it. You're not feeling very faithful, perhaps, that this will happen, or wondering if you're ever going to find your Ten of Cups, perhaps. I'm getting the energy of there's plenty of potentials, options, beginnings, but none seem to be the ultimate fulfillment. You want perfection, I'm getting. Someone here wants the perfect outcome. Ten of Wands. Why is it here for Capricorn in love? Three of Pentacles. So again, could be could be one or two, or just options and decisions here. Could also trying to listen to, or trying to get some sort of guidance here. Perhaps you have a decision to make and you're not sure which decision to make, or perhaps you're receiving some sort of communication or advice or guidance or information, but you're not sure whether you should take it or accept it, or Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Swords in reverse. You're looking for, you're waiting on something here. You're waiting on, there's this potential, but you're kind of not getting the information that you need, or you're not getting, someone's not communicating with you, and you're looking for some sort of communication or information or updates about a situation. Someone's somewhat detached perhaps, or a bit cold. They're not kind of letting you know how they feel or what's going on. Or Ten of Cups, Strength. You've got strength in the upright and strength in reverse. There's that up and down kind of energy. You're trying to be strong here. You're trying to be confident. You're trying to perhaps think positively, or you're trying not to feel somewhat defeated here. Trying to keep yourself balanced, trying not to let it kind of overtake you, overwhelm you. But every now and then it's kind of knocking you off balance and making you feel a little bit doubtful. Two of Pentacles. The Tower. So some sort of sudden happening, some sort of change, some sort of event, situation, something has happened here that's kind of blowing everything up. A moment that could possibly cause a change, a transformation, to something's happened that's changed something or stopped something, or something has fallen down here. Something has happened here, or some sort of moment of importance. The Star, the Knight of Pentacles. But being patient and trying to overcome any sort of obstacles. Being patient, committing, persevering, staying grounded, staying balanced. Going towards this stability, or being patient, waiting for something to resolve here. Just waiting to see what's happening, I'm getting. Three of Pentacles. Nine of Wands in reverse. But feeling defeated. You can't, there's that little inkling feeling that you're just losing hope in something here. Been very patient, and there may have been a tower moment along the way, or the tower moment has happened and it's defeated you. It's kind of just put you in this place of feeling, well, lacking hope, faith, feeling doubtful that the tower can be rebuilt perhaps. Queen of Swords in reverse energy. Why is she here for Capricorn? Four of Cups. Yeah, feeling somewhat disappointed here. Disappointed, kind of holding on to something, holding on to some sort of tower moment or some sort of feeling, some sort of disappointment. Kind of focusing on this. Strength. Judgment in reverse. Kind of resisting some sort of spiritual awakening here, not taking, or not, kind of not dealing with the possible reality of the situation, or not kind of making judgment quite yet, not coming, avoiding making some sort of judgment call, some sort of resisting. There's a heavy resistance here, but I'm getting that someone intuitively knows the reality of a situation here, but they're kind of looking away from it. They're choosing not to awaken to the truth or the reality of a matter. The Tower. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Someone's feeling a little bit, something's unfair here, something's not balanced, something's one-sided. And I feel that someone knows that. That's what I just said about someone kind of knows intuitively what's going on here, but they're choosing to ignore it or not accept it or not believe it. But something here is very much out of sync, out of balance, not kind of on the same page. Something is a little unfair here, and someone's just kind of making, what's that? Making excuses for something or someone here. Knight of Pentacles. Ace of Wands in reverse. So something, yeah, it's just this, there's this potential here, but it's just not getting off the ground, or someone's not making an effort to create this potential into, or to manifest it into reality. And someone's kind of not making an effort. Someone's kind of resisting dealing with something here. And someone's just losing faith in the whole shebang, losing, you know, I'm getting a very heavy, defeated, kind of deflated energy here. Nine of Wands. Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, someone's not taking the perhaps spiritual or intuitive advice that they are being given. Something is going against, or something is going against some sort of tradition, or someone's kind of blinding themselves to the fact that something here is not working. Or they're having, you know, they're, like what I said, that there's that heavy energy of someone knows the reality of a situation here, and they're just not accepting it. They're not taking the intuitive, spiritual kind of signs that they're getting. They're just not listening. Four of Cups. Ten of Wands in reverse energy, and someone's carrying a burden. They're kind of, yeah, it's they're carrying it. This is a weight. It's a heavy weight, and it's Someone's about to let it go, or needs to let it go. Needs to lay the weight down, needs to release it, because they've been carrying it for a long time and it's damn heavy. Judgment. Justice in reverse. Someone feels like perhaps they're being punished. They feel like perhaps they've been treated unfairly. Or someone is not taking accountability for some sort of actions here. They're not facing the truth of the matter. They're not, you know, this is why this is happening, or it's not happening, or this happened and then it didn't happen. Someone's just, there's a very, very avoidant energy here. Very resistant, very avoidant, very kind of closing my eyes to it, not dealing with it, not looking at it. I'm just going to stay in this yeah, someone's really stubborn here. Very, very stubborn and somewhat blinded to the reality of a situation because they don't want to face it. Perhaps they don't want to believe it. Six of Pentacles. There's the Page of Swords again in reverse energy. And there I'm getting this deceptive, manipulative. Someone's been held in someone's not seeing the reality here. They're just kind of, they're looking at this outcome, this Ten of Cups, this happy ever after, and they're not actually seeing the reality of the fact that it couldn't be further from a happy ever after. Someone's possibly made some reckless or impulsive decisions here that's caused a Tower moment. And they need to take accountability, make judgment on take responsibility for the reality of the situation. And perhaps why this didn't work, or why this isn't working, or why this isn't happening. Ace of Wands. Ten of Cups in reverse. Because this isn't coming together. This isn't a happy ever after at the moment. I'm not saying it's not going to be. I can't predict that, and I can't, you know, no one knows the outcome of that's down to life, that's down to the universe, that's out of our control. But someone is so I'm not going to say blinded, I'm not going to say anyone's a fool here, but they're so the romantic, the emotional happy ever after, they're so the ideal of it, and they're not actually facing the reality of it. The Hierophant, the Empress in reverse, and yeah, someone, I'm also getting some sort of a somewhat dependent energy here. Someone's waiting on this one thing, this one person, this one connection to be the complete and utter and ultimate Ten of Cups. And it's kind of, they're depending on this for some sort of validation. I've made it, I've done it, you know. I've got my happy ever after. But actually they're kind of completely blinded to the fact that in reality this is not what it is, and it's kind of it's putting them in a really empty kind of place of lack within themselves. They're not thinking about themselves, they're not listening to themselves, they're just hell-bent on this, whatever this is, this emotional, this happy ever after. And perhaps, I mean, in another sort of situation, I mean, this could be to do with a marriage that's kind of fallen apart and someone's not taking accountability, or someone's not wanting to face the reality of why this has happened or try and resolve something here. not wanting to face it, not wanting to resolve it, not wanting to face the reality of actions and behaviours and reasons. They're kind of just resistant to doing so. 10 of Wands. 8 of Cups in reverse, yeah. Avoidance, stagnation, fear of change, fear of dealing with something, fear of facing up to something with, and there's no direction here, there's no kind of, it's just floating. It's just floating. Justice in reverse energy. Why is it here? Knight of Wands. So there's that kind of reckless, fiery, reckless, fiery kind of. So someone, one moment, I'm going to pause. Sorry, there's just some people talking outside and it was rather loud. So, yeah. So, I mean, someone here could have, I mean, the Knight of Wands, he's a pretty fiery, passionate kind of character. There could have been some sort of physical, casual, kind of impulsive, fiery behaviour, situation. This could also be to do with somebody that's already married and is connected to an external situation, factor, person, however it resonates. And it's caused a tower moment perhaps. Page of Swords, 5 of Wands. Someone's looking for cooperation, communication, finding a common ground, resolving something, finding a solution, trying to restore harmony here, or resolve it, or just look for a way forward in whatever direction that might be. 10 of Cups. There's the Knight of Wands again. So yeah, this could be a fairly fiery, passionate sort of connection, but I'm getting more that someone wants to get something done here. Someone is all fired up. Or there is a fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in this reading for someone. That's possibly where there's a new potential here. Haha. I'm going to put these cards into their suits in a moment. There's a lot going on here, a lot of different energy. The Empress. The High Priestess in reverse. Again, someone's not listening to their intuition. 8 of Cups. 4 of Cups. Someone's kind of holding on to the past here, or holding on to some sort of past baggage, past situation, past, or an ex, or a past relationship. But there's definitely a potential for something new here. I'm getting that someone's stuck on some sort of past person, energy, situation, relationship. Knight of Wands, Strength. Let's have a look at the top of each card. From the deck, a card from the top of each deck. Knight of Wands again. Someone's in a situation here where they're not getting recognition. They're not having a successful outcome in whatever level this connection is, relationship, marriage, however, whatever level it is at. And someone has a potential to move forward to something new, quite a fiery kind of, someone's got a spark for something here, but they're holding on to something that's stopping them from going forward into new opportunities, or a particular new possibility with someone else, and they're holding on to some sort of past baggage that's stopping them from moving forward. Let me just put these into their suits, one moment. Someone's at the crossroads and at a very important point of making a very important decision. There's been a lot of stubbornness, a lot of up and down kind of emotions, but someone here is shut off. They're keeping someone in a kind of a loop. They're back and forth, they're on and off, they're up and down, and someone's been stuck waiting for this to balance out. And someone's been very heavily stuck in their emotions, about emotional fulfillment, happiness, happy outcome, happy ever after. But someone is so ready for a change, and potentially is a change here, a new opportunity that someone might well want to go towards, but they're kind of resisting it at the moment because they're still held in this past situation, this up in the air situation. And they kind of need to come to the point of an awakening here to realise what is and what isn't, what's going forward and what isn't. But the fire energy here is very dominant. Someone here wants a new beginning. Someone here potentially has the opportunity for a new beginning. They just need to let go of the past in order for that to happen. That's what I have for you, Capricorn. Best of luck. Lots of love. Till next time. Bye-bye.